Welcome to our Vikti Parivar. Today's day 6. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Today's topic, faith in yourself. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Shanti, is everyone okay? Yes, very good. Baba always says that keep yourself okay. Whatever is happening in the world is not okay. All the circumstances are not okay. Baba always taught us that there are, we call them in Hindi, paristhiti. Another is sthiti. So sthiti is of the self, and paristhiti, which is not in my control, is outside. So before we always try to fix that. And now Baba says you fix inner stage and work from there. So you will have power to fix that. But in tomorrow's homework, what Baba is talking about is faith in the self. A lot of people have confidence. And confidence is basically from intellect. You are good in doing anything, you are expert in anything, then you say that I have faith or I have confidence. But there is a gentle word which is more powerful, is trust. Do I trust myself? Baba is telling us how that trust can increase. Lot of people in the world, lot of young generation, they have lack of self-respect, lack of trust on the self. So they only listen outside voices, always will listen to others. But those who have self-trust will be guided by the self. And we know at present, for us, our self is guided by Baba's directions. We listen to Baba's direction, we think about it, adopt it, and then it becomes my own belief, my own trust. We have years and years of experience with Baba, and we have taken on many Baba's tasks and ability of the trust. I remember that when we got Peaceful Age, we got the keys. Dadi Prakashmani came for inauguration. So then I gave her the keys and I said, Dadi, give anyone and let them run it. And because at that time I used to travel for at least 7 months of the year. So I said, Dadi, how will I manage if I am traveling so much and then Peacefully? Dadi took the keys and then gave me back. And she said, it is only because we had trust on you that you will run it, manage it. That's why we got the place. So take back the keys. Dadi's trust on me helped me to trust my own self. I said, okay, Dadi, if you are so, if you are saying it, it will definitely help me, and your trust, I will run whatever I could do. And then I said to Baba, we can only work hard. We can work sincerely and honestly, but it is your task. And everything with that trust, Many times storms come, challenges come, adverse situations come. So someone said, it's easy to buy elephant. It's not easy to feed elephant. I said, this is not my elephant. It's God's elephant and he has to feed it. So as much with the trust in the self, whether we get from our ancestor souls or from the self, is very, very important. But what is the method for that? Baba is saying, keep in front of you all the specialities that you have. Baba says that, and not your weaknesses. Generally, if we look around with Adi Prakash Mani's slogan, 98% everything is okay, it's just 2%. But sometimes we get so focused on 2%, you don't see what good is happening 98%. And I always remember that, and I always see with that thought. So, in the same way, look at your own self. You might have some limits or weaknesses, not we are perfect in everything, but 98% is okay, it's just 2%. It's a way. So, Dadi ji told Dadi Janki, because some kind of criticism was going on. And so Dadi ji said, look from that angle. So Dadi Janki said, next morning, she walked around Shanti and said, oh wow, it's so good, everything in the way it is functioning. Early morning trucks will come. Early morning milk truck come, then fruits come, then vegetables come. I just live next to the department. And from 12:30, I hear these trucks going to get everything fresh, vegetables, fruit, and food is cooked minimum for 5,000 people. So again, not look at the weaknesses, means what is not right. And you will develop faith in yourself. Do not think too much about the things of weaknesses. And you will continuously continue to move forward with happiness. Those who are holding the Father's hand constantly move forward. Always have faith because your companion is strong and you will therefore, Baba said, definitely will go across. You will be able to go across. The first lesson that the Gulzar taught us when we were about to become teachers. It's easy to start something, but there will be a lot of difficulties on the way. And a good teacher is who helps others and self to go across difficulties. Because when we begin, there is a lot of enthusiasm. And then when challenges come, then we say, oh, wow, I didn't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said yes. So Baba always teaches us to remain strong. We have begun a journey and Baba's instruments. Baba has given us a task and we know that until the soul is in the body, we will remain committed and get it accomplished. Even if it's Baba's task, we also have some responsibility. So think about it, reflect on it, and tomorrow morning, start working on it and see what are your experiences whole day until tomorrow evening. Om Shanti.
Good evening, Didi,
Good evening, what do you mean?
and family throughout the world. Yesterday, you had a little outing. I have to say, it's one of the few times that I've seen you in a coat.
Oh, so somebody sent the photos?
No,
Yeah.
you remember you were on the what do you call it yesterday with the teachers, and you were in the car driving from Manhattan, I presume, or from the
Oh,
UN
okay.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so, did you enjoy your outing? Has it been a while since you were at the UN office?
Actually, it is very long time. I
Really?
hadn't gone, and I thought, Eric had to go. Let's make it like a little get together.
Mm.
But it was such a rainy day, but still we decided to go. And after that get together, everyone called me. So they were so happy. It was not a kind of organized plan. We just said, you come, few of us. You were 25 of us. But then everyone brought something. Some brought salad, some brought carrots, some. So it became like a big party.
You
So
know, I realized
people
I
are calling me saying, can we do it once in a month? You were also so like, so because it was raining, so I had to wear jackets.
yeah, no, it looked very nice actually. But I realized that I haven't been to the new office, the UN office.
Really?
No,
Don't
no,
say that. So when you
it's
come this time, I was
yeah,
telling Gayatri that half a day we put for teachers to go. We take them in bus and bring. There was a time we used to do that, right?
yeah. And somebody was telling me recently too, I don't remember who it was now, but how before that you used to have gatherings of, all the teachers and that you would all have like a get together in Harmony House or whatever. And that hasn't
Even,
been possible in a long time either.
yeah, even here, I used to get about 30 of main teachers to come from.
Yeah,
But now, by the time we come back from India, then Peace Village and lot of, so we never have time for family
I
get.
know.
Mm.
Right. But it's like, it's a kind of a very special intimacy that everybody loves, but everybody's so busy in different directions. But then, as soon as they have that experience, like yesterday, they're calling you and saying
No,
how
but
much it meant to
also,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone knows now that we don't know how long, who's there. So
Mm,
let's enjoy everyone's company.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
happening.
when you were speaking in Hindi earlier on, you said something that really caught my attention. And even though you said something similar, but you didn't say exactly the same, or it wasn't translated as the same. And more or less, that it's not so much that people are thinking about their weaknesses, but it's their limitations. And so I thought that was an interesting distinction, that some have skills, some have specialities, but that our attention goes on our limitations. Like I have less tolerance, less patience. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, but I'd not looked at it like that before.
So it's like what I can do, another is what I cannot do.
Yeah.
So that's the
Mm-hmm.
difference. Some people always say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do it. But they can say, I can do this and may not be this. So
Mm.
always think about the fullness you have, capacities you have. So that will keep you not only happy, but you know that you can, I remember many things I didn't know when I came to Baba. But Dadi Janki used to just put me like, you can do it. I said, Dadi, I don't know. She said, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I took publishing, I took IT, I took so many departments only because Dadi keeps saying,
You can do it.
Dadi, I never have done this in my life.
Mm.
said, no, you can do, just pay attention. And
Yeah.
he put me in everything, everything. And then I did for a few years global IT, global this, global media. But then I said,
Part
no,
of
I want to wind up. I don't want to do. So this time Shashin, Yashwant Bhai, they were saying, but why don't you come back now again in IT? I said, no, you all do it. When you need help, I will help. I
yeah.
don't want to come back and get into all departments again because in a way I am kind of winding up. I
Mhm.
want to be more as a spiritual resource than other items which I was.
So who took over then from Dr. Nirmala? Is
Now
she?
is the ORC Asha Didi.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's
So,
doing well. Whenever,
yeah,
yeah, it's the more with Shashin about policies and international.
right.
That
Yeah,
was, this is more, they have IT wing now.
yeah.
I was never in IT wing, but I was
No, but you
global
were
IT.
the overall. Yeah. So something else you were talking about yesterday, and you've been touching on it today too, and it's this aspect of you mentioned three things: trust, love, cooperation. And I don't know if you know, but there's a very famous shorthand for those three initials, TLC. People often use them to sign off or whatever. And it's tender, loving care, TLC, like trust, love, and cooperation. I remember you saying the first time I heard it was a retreat in Florida a long, long time ago where you made this distinction between trust and faith. And you said trust is of the heart and faith was kind of the intellect. And so, one thing is to trust people, to have trust in people. But um, this thing of giving, Baba mentioned in the Murli yesterday about giving the powers, to be able to give everyone the special powers they want. So, one thing is to give generally. Okay, I spread love, I give peace. But when people want something from you, personally, directly, they want the experience of love, of being cared for, of attention, any of these things. How easy is it to do that, to give at especially when it feels like they're very needy and they want it from you and only you? How do you manage that, and so that they then, because I think that um, one thing is love and one thing is trust, but to be able to trust the love in the other so that then they don't need to ask for it anymore.
You know, one thing in my life I do, I always know I can't give is Baba because
Oh, beautiful.
I got from Baba. So when
Okay.
somebody is saying anything, and inside I say, Baba, are you listening? Baba, you are listening. And I keep telling everyone that anything you all tell me, I just tell Baba, Baba, you are the one. I can't change karmas. I can't change drama. You are the
Wow.
one who has to help them. So are you listening? And I always tell them, whatever you're saying, don't forget Baba is listening to you. Right?
Oh,
Whether it's power, whether it's resolution, whether it is, I just keep Baba and I said, because I always feel the task is too big, in the sense of thinking I can manage, I will do it. So I always say it's not my task, it's God's task.
wow.
What I will all of us have to do with world peace. In general, it's okay. But you can't take responsibility, right? On one side we want peace, other side the war zones are increasing, whether within people's home, whether it's in the country or in outside world. So I every time, even if people tell they are Every day what we get phone calls are problems, right? So I immediately tell Baba, here another call for you. So be with me. So I don't take it because if I take it, I won't be able to function because
Wow.
mind has a habit to go what is not resolved than the things we have achieved. And I want to keep more what we have achieved. And then, of course, tell Baba, that's your part now. So I keep that partnership with Baba. And because I remember so many things when I came as teenager to Baba. So Baba gave us many tasks. And so I always say, well, Baba, I can do this and you will help me to do this. But the way Baba guides us all the time, that our capacity to take some of the responsibility keep increasing. So what power can I give? But definitely what happens then when you believe in Baba that he's Karan Karamana, so when you say the words, somehow or other it happens. And I know it's Baba, but it's because we said it, don't lose hope, have courage. Now words came out of my mouth. Even it's from Baba. So that soul feels, oh, when you say it, definitely happens. Once you have said it is going to happen, and that's generally people give the feedback, right? But it's all Baba. So it's not difficult.
Hmm. But where you feel that somebody's needing something from you, you know, then sometimes it's easier to give that way than and where again sometimes if someone is very needy, you almost by their neediness they're pushing themselves away. But how to sometimes that to know that a soul maybe just needs a word from you or an acknowledgement or whatever. Is it easy to do that,
Yeah.
or would that be creating something you said in Miami once again long time ago? And I remembered it especially with the line yesterday in Baba's Murli about um, I've forgotten what the line was. I'll come back to that in a minute. But you were saying that when the Lockets want something from you and you're trying to fulfill whatever it is they want, you can never really, they'll want something more. And the same thing, yesterday's Murli, it was about by breaking a code of conduct because of, somebody else, they say, well, if you would eat with us or you would eat our food, then we'll be happy, we'll be peaceful. So you break your discipline to keep them happy. But can you make them happy? So will giving people that thing that they say they want, will it end their need for it?
Yeah, I think in a joyful way, you can make everything light. But if you make it very serious,
Mm-hmm.
that you cannot fulfill, that means, uh, there was a time when nobody ate ice cream, right? From outside. And
Yeah.
now everyone's freezer has ice cream. I'm just giving an example. But if you don't want to eat and they're asking you to eat, then you say, there is always positive way to say no, negative way. So you say, no, recently I didn't be taking milk or I don't I can't eat that much sugar. And,
Yes.
make it lighter instead of always bringing, Baba has told us you cannot eat that. So it's like not put on Baba or Brahma Kumaris, but you have personal choice too, no? So
Mm-hmm.
to take care of everything which is done in a good feelings and positive way, I think that you could make people happy, keep people happy. Otherwise, like she will always say no anyway. Even
Yeah.
amongst ourselves, it
Yeah.
happens. So I
Yeah.
think that pleasant nature, pleasant words, pleasant relationships give a lot of joy and happiness, not
Yeah.
only to my own self, but to others also.
Right. Um, so when it
And
comes to this, yeah, go ahead.
that is why to be humorous is always good.
To be humorous is good, but this thing of like, can we ever justify not being loving? Is there ever a reason when I shouldn't be loving, or I shouldn't be this thing of caring, TLC, tender, loving,
Maybe
caring?
internally you won't, but externally sometimes you are very firm. And when you are firm and you want to show that person that I will not be accepting, I will not be happy if you do this way. So sometimes verbally you could do it, but internally, see, anyone who is doing anything for Baba or in their life, we have to give encouragement to them. That's the biggest charity you can do, is to help others to increase their enthusiasm, increase their self-trust,
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, they can do it. I always believe that enhancing and empowering people in whatever they are, not only spiritual people, but anyone, I think is one of the human thing you can do as a value to increase value of others also. Make them
Sure.
feel that you are very valuable. And that is why
Yeah.
we connected a lot with appreciative inquiry. That
Yeah.
means you appreciate, like our mama will say, you are so good in this, you are so good in this. And in the end, the complaint which had come, she will very sweetly say, if you pay attention, you can be better in this. Not only good, she will say better. That means
Okay.
you're doing all right, but you can be better. So I think the language the way we speak gives a lot of power in the sense of people's self-trust increase. And many people, they give up very quickly. Bhumi always says, a Vyakti Parivar slogan is never give up. And so it is, whether it's midnight, we have to record, we never give up. So that
Mm-hmm.
with that thought, lot of courage comes. And wherever we are, we just say never give up. It gives energy. So I
Yeah.
think that our words have a lot of importance and they can be the power, right, to the soul.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. All
And
right. So
there
yeah.
are certain people with certain temper or character. So what I do is that I realize that why they are like that. There must be some reason. So I met a soul and everyone said, she's very violent, she's this. But some or other I connected very much with her.
Mm.
And she started feeling that somebody loves me, somebody likes me. And then when she takes slowly, she likes to like touch little bit. I knew that she never got love. She never got people showing some empathy, sympathy, or love, something. And then the in charge person of that place kept said, she has changed so much. I said,
Wow.
but somebody is not able to give because they never got it. If nobody has talked politely with me, why will I, from where I will learn to talk polite? So when receptionists come here, new one, so when I call Harmony House, I talk in such a way that this is the way they have to talk. So when other people say, but she's not, I say, she is. But if you, the way you talk, once you talk loud, you are telling others they can talk loud too. And you hear, then everyone is talking loud. And then
Mm-hmm.
why this is happening. So I always take responsibility that my words and actions should be such that if others follow, it will be pleasant. But if I do, whatever I say, and others say we don't like it. But so we have to always be very, very much into it. Good example and easy for people so that when they see what they're receiving, they can give,
Mm-hmm.
but what we giving them and we expecting something else, that doesn't work.
I think I've probably asked you something like this before, but say I recognize, or maybe I don't, but as far as the other is concerned, that I've contributed to hurting their heart, is the job on them to sort that out for themselves? Or if I realize it, or if they tell me, then what do I do about it? Is it about, and I have heard you apologize, Sister Mohini. I was amazed, because I didn't feel that you needed to apologize, but I heard you apologizing to someone else. So what do I do in that situation where I've contributed to hurting somebody's heart and they're holding it? Do I say anything? Do I, or is the job theirs to draw that love?
I think that once Dadi Prakashmani took me to Jaipur or Udaipur, and when the train station came, she came off, and there was a group of us with her. She said, "You know why I have come here?" I said, "I don't know. You told us to come, we just joined you. I have come to say sorry."
Oh,
because it's a conflict between two groups. So I said, I will say sorry and say no compromise. And the way she was doing it, so some of the things have left with us, the way both Dadis and Dadi Gulzar. I learned a lot from Dadi Gulzar, how silently, sweetly she will resolve a lot of things. So I think that, saying sorry or excuse or all that, if it is helping to heal someone's heart, I think that we should do it, even if it's not my fault.
right, okay.
Thank you and sorry can do a lot.
Yeah.
Some people are very resistant to saying sorry.
Yeah.
But I feel that every human being once in a while goes a little bit off the track. And if there is a mistake, just say sorry. Right?
Yeah. I can't imagine Daddy Gulzar ever having to say sorry. I can't imagine her ever, even by accident, hurting someone.
I don't think she was so pure and spiritual and gentle.
And gentle, yeah.
And every word she spoke is it's a kind of measurement, and it doesn't happen. But I think whenever it would have been, maybe, then she even wouldn't mind saying sorry.
Yeah. It's a great appreciation for all these wonderful souls as our examples and samples. Thank you so much, Didi. Appreciate it as always. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी। शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी। मीठे बच्चे जो प्यारे
कहानी सुना ली। हमारे को तो बाबा ने पार कर लिया, सत्यनारायण स्वामी ने, लेकिन हम भी किसके निमित्त बने? झूठ से छुरा करके सच के नया में बिठा करके पा ले जाए। तो आज जो बाबा ने कहा, चलता तो पैदल भी है पर चलना है प्लेन में, तो कहने का भाव अर्थ ये है, प्लेन में चलना है तो बुद्धि प्लेन हुए, एकदम निश्चय बुद्धि, निश्चिंत रहना, निश्चित भावी बनी पड़ी है। बस ये बात दिल में, मन में, बुद्धि में, अंतर चित्त में भी बाबा ने कहा स्मृति यही रहे। नष्टो मोहा स्मृति स्वरूप। तो ये मधुबन में आना, शांतिवन में ऐसे बाबा से मिलन मनाने की भावना रखना, माना क्या है? 3 बातें। हिम्मत बच्चे मदद बाप। ऐसा मीठा बाबा है, हिम्मत कभी नहीं छोड़ना है। सच्ची दिल है, हिम्मत है, विश्वास है, बराबर मिलता है। फिर सच्ची दिल पर साहब राजी। कभी दिल में, आज मैंने किसी को ईमेल में पत्र भेजा था, उसने फिर लिखा मुझे, जो फिर मैंने उसको लिखा, मैंने कहा आपने सच्ची दिल रखी है ना। सच्ची दिल माना अपना दर्पण साफ होए, मैंने क्या पाप किए पुण्य किए समझ के बाबा से जो पुराने पाप पे खत्म हो जाए, फिर बाबा को सामने देखो। बाबा जैसा है ना, तो सिखा रहा है ना, समझा रहा है ना, उसी अनुसार मुझे चलना है। श्रीमत मेरे तो सच्ची दिल से पुरुषार्थ है, समझा? दिल पुरुषार्थ सच्चे मन से नहीं कहेंगे, मन को शुद्ध बनाना, शांत बनाना, पर पुरुषार्थ सच्ची दिल से करना। तो साहब राजी है। फिर नियत साफ मुराद हासिल। ये 3 बातें अंदर से पक्की है ना, तो कहेंगे हमारे जैसा सुखी संसार में कोई नहीं। सारा संसार सुखी हो जाए ना, ये आपकी भावना है। ओके, ओम शांति।
Om Shanti Avakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Tuesday and our schedule from Amritwala 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening 5 to 6 p.m. English Avik Muli revision. Together with that in breakout room Avakti Children Muli class. 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series and Avakti journey. Welcome to Avikti Journey. Avik Murlis from 1969, multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyak Murli of the 8th of May, 1973. Supreme self-respect. At the present time, in which stage of self-respect do you consider yourselves to be? Do you know your stage of self-respect? You know that it is the greatest stage of self-respect, but what is the stage of self-respect? What is the greatest self-respect of this time? And by speaking of this, it is visible that there can be no other self-respect greater than this. What is it? The greatest self-respect of this time is that you become the master of the Father. Before you become the masters of the world, you become the masters of the Creator of the world. You are even the masters of Shiv Baba. This is why they say, Malikam Salam, salutations to the Master. Worthy children are even the masters of the Father. At this time, you have made the Father belong to you. Throughout the entire Kalpa, you cannot make the Father belong to you in this way. At present, you can make the Father belong to you when you want, in whatever form you want. In which bondage is the Father tied at this time? Someone said, of the children. You are those who have tied the Creator in a bondage. The ones who have made the Creator into the server. Will you experience such self-respect at any other time? You have made the Father into your server in order for him to serve you. This is pure self-respect. There is no arrogance in this. Where there is self-respect, there cannot be any arrogance. You have made the Father into the server, but there can be no arrogance in this. So, do you remain stable in the stage of pure self-respect and pride, where there is no name or trace of arrogance? Just as Baba always considers you children to be the crown on his head by saying, yes, child, sweet child, my child, who is the master of the world, in the same way, do you remain stable in the stage of being the crown on the head? Where is the top knot of the Brahmins? It is on the head, is it not? So, a Brahmin top knot means the crown on the father's head. So, just as Baba always gives the children that respect and makes them equal to himself, in the same way, do all of you give respect to all souls and make them equal to the Father? Does it constantly remain in your intellect that at this time you have to take only from the one Father and give to everyone else? You souls must not take from souls, but give to them. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, दुर्गम को पार करके हिमालय कोई चढ़ाए, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, होगा विशाल तरवर वो बीज जो पड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते हरगिज़ हुआ पड़ा है। कभी हारना ना हिम्मत का कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, हजारों कदम बढ़ाने वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह